We can take a brand new combine and wear it out in 3 years. Rice is very labor intensive. It is also very hard on your equipment.
Welcome to the Purdue Commercial AgCast. This is Chad Fichter. And Todd and I spent some time in Arkansas talking with farmers about what they're seeing, what's working, what's changing, and what might be surprising to Midwestern grain farmers. This special series, Lessons from the Delta, is what we learned.
I'm Trent Dabbs. I'm here with my dad, Terry Dabbs, with LTD Farms. We're about 8 miles south of Stuttgart, Arkansas, right smack dab in the middle of the Grand Prairies area, they call it, and big rice growing area, but we also grow corn, soybeans, and oats as well.
Oh, okay, wow. We feel more comfortable now.
Yeah. We grow a little bit of Midwest stuff.
Yeah. Good.
Not quite as good as y'all are, but
We spent a lot of time talking about water specifically, and you said something very interesting at when we rolled up, which is that you're not using groundwater here.
right. So this farm where we're at, in a large area right here in this southeast part of Arkansas, stretching up to the northeast where you guys were earlier, groundwater has really been depleted and kind of in a cone of depression here. And this spot here, the last time we checked, groundwater, if we drilled a well, it had to be about 400 feet deep.
Jeez.
And you're only talking about getting, maybe 1,000 gallons per minute out of that.
Oh, man.
And then the energy
cost to operate it.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You're talking about we've got one deep well left in this area. On this farm, we've got 1,500 acre block and then another block, and it still has one deep well, and it's got a 200 horse electric that pulls it. And you turn it on, the meter spins really fast. So we try not to use it unless we just have to.
How long have you guys been farming here?
We took over in 98. Yeah. This farm was actually owned by my father-in-law, my wife's family.
Okay.
And so he retired in 98, and we were farming down the road about 8 miles.
Okay.
And our family farms down there. And then so he decided to retire, asked us to take this over. So like I said, we started here in 98 and made lots and lots of improvements because of the water situation. We put in, it had open canals on it. And so we put in all underground pipe. And then we got into a program that had some cost share in it and precision level this whole 1,500 acre block.
Wow.
Whoa.
We're learning. That's quite an investment.
Yeah. Big investments. Yeah. And we couldn't do it without some cost share programs. There's no way you could do it on your own.
Right.
Yeah. It's just too expensive.
So are they? So we've learned a little bit that there's some that are graded to some degree of slope. Are these flat?
We've got one field, the one right here behind you, is what we call a zero grade. So it's perfectly flat. The rest of them have straight levees, and they're just whatever fit that field.
Okay.
Some levees are 200 feet apart in some fields, and some are 100 feet apart. We're just trying to work with what the natural contour of the ground was to start with to keep from having to move a lot of dirt.
Yeah. You put like a tenth drop on it.
Yeah. Some of them we
have
a tenth every 100 feet, and some of them we have a tenth every 200.
Right. Okay, so we told you when we walked up that we've talked to a lot of people who maybe tell you how you should be doing this. So give us what we want to know now is like the real farmer behind the scenes. What's reality of farming rice, corn, and soybeans here?
You throw all that out the window that you learned. It's this year especially has been real challenging. We thought we were set up really good. We had an early dry spring, got a lot of field work done. We got started planting probably into March, 1st of April, and then it started raining and hasn't quit yet. I mean, we're sitting here. We've been sitting for a week trying to get the rest of our beans planted behind our oats that we had, and seems like about the time it dries up, we get another ½ inch to an inch rain, and so it's been real challenging this year, and especially in rice, it gets worse because the timing on getting chemical applications out for grass control is very important. and getting fertilizer out and establishing that first flood on the rice. That's really critical, and it's been a big challenge this year. And in the last 4 or 5 years, it's been a big challenge trying to get that timing down and get everything out on time.
So the other thing we've heard folks talk about is like the challenge of finding good labor. Like,
Yep.
what is that for you guys as well here? How many people?
It is.
The
So,
two of you and-
well, up until this year, we had my dad and I, and we had 2 full-time people, and that was a stretch. We farm right at 3,500 acres. A little over 1,000 of that's rice. Rice is very labor-intensive, especially at the beginning of the year, getting that flood established, and it's pretty labor-intensive. So we were in a pretty tough situation. We were lucky enough to find another guy, a local guy this year, who had a ton of experience. Him and his dad farmed, and they decided to retire, so he's helping us now. And then we went the H2A route and picked up a guy from South Africa that's he's been here before, worked for a neighbor of ours before, and it's made a huge difference for us. But yeah, the labor situation's bad. I would love to hire 4 local guys if I could, but we can't do it anymore. I mean, that's worth having.
Is it okay? So on our farm too, like, we had it where we were paying virtually the same price to have H2A. It was just that they were here and wanted to work. Do you find the same?
I do so far. Like I said, that he's only been here a couple months with us, and I'm very pleased with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's here to work, and that's fine. And like I said, we did the same thing. It's not like we weren't paying the guys to do the job. It just wouldn't show up, or there was always something happening, and sometimes you just get tired of it, and you got to do something, man. We've got to have help. Neither he or I is getting any younger, so.
Okay, so all right, so give us the what I'm also interested in is like farming culture. It seems like you were saying it's maybe a tiny bit with rice, especially more labor intensive. How does that affect sort of like the way you think through your year, planning for next year, labor, machinery? Like what are the bottlenecks? What are you planning for?
Well, there's the issue with rice that I see that's different from the other crops is how do you manage the residue at the end of the year? A lot of programs now are cover crop programs, minimum till, no till conservation programs. We love those. There's nothing wrong with those, but in a rice situation, that's very difficult. There's a lot of residue behind rice. You get a wet fall, you rut your fields up trying to get the rice out. I mean, you've got to do tillage. I mean, it's either that or burn fields. I mean, that's pretty much your 2 options. Now, we do a lot of conservation efforts for waterfowl. A lot of our rice we flood back up at the end of the year, leave water on it all winter, becomes duck and geese habitat. But then springtime, now you're in the situation where your ground's been flooded. It's extremely wet. Now you got to have a month or so to get all that water off and dried up. So that's the difference. The biggest difference to me in rice farming culture versus row crop, other culture is how we had to manage residue and get ready for the next year.
And then again, trying to always contrast our experience in Corn Belt in the Midwest. What are the sort of like inputs that you like? Not like the input, like how many people do you have like seed sales and crop protection and all the same sort of things, right? But like sort of like how many different kind of businesses are you interacting with or entities, if that makes sense?
So we usually about 2 companies that we deal with mainly on seed that are large national companies, and then we have a couple companies that we deliver direct to us that we work with. Kind of the same deal on chemicals. As far as application, we do as much of our own spraying, especially as we can. We've got our own ground rig. As a matter of fact, I got a drone that's supposed to be here Tuesday, so I'm going to get into that.
Nice.
But then we use it, and that's the other difference on rice is once it's flooded, we have to use an airplane.
Yeah.
There's no going out there with a ground rig or like that.
So is that something you like custom in? You pay somebody to come do the airplane?
So there's a couple services around here that have 3 or 4 planes each, and they pretty much cover the whole area, especially spraying and fertilizing. So
When we first got here, I saw one and I was so excited. That was like the coolest. And then we just like every 20 minutes kept seeing them again and again.
Yeah.
I was like, I guess it's not special. It was special to me the first time I saw it. But I can see you guys being like, this dude's a total tourist. Here he is.
So but it's kind of like Midwestern as far as chemical and seed. I mean, you got a couple companies that we deal with, and kind of same varieties. We grow decap corn, we grow Revere corn. That's one of the varieties that we get that brings direct to us. And
Mostly hybrid rice?
well, we for the past probably 10 plus years we have been, but we've kind of swapped it.
Come back and
We're starting to grow some Dynagrow varieties, and we got a couple university varieties, Ozark, a couple fields of that this year.
Rice taking a turn on the seed supply this year, so it forced us to go to some other varieties.
And then at harvest, you take it and then you mark it like through a co-op, or how does that work? Right?
Yeah, most of our rice there's the 2, I don't know if they are the largest, but they are 2 of the largest rice mills in the world, are about 10 miles from us in Stuttgart. You got Producers Rice Mill and Riceland Foods, and we deliver to both those. And every now and then we'll store some rice in our bins, just depends on the year and what's going on, but mainly we put corn and some soybeans in our bins if we have to. So we have a poultry plant that's about 45 minutes from us that they take a large portion of the corn that's grown around here.
Is there a difference? Okay, so because there's not a commodity in exchange for rice. So how do you think about it for market?
On the Chicago.
There is.
It is, okay.
But it's very small
Lightly
trade.
trade.
Okay.
There's only like 2 companies that trade on the board, but it is listed on the board.
So how do you do it? How do you market rice relative to your corn and soybeans? Like, what are the different steps? Is it the same, or what do you do?
The co-ops that we use have 2 marketing options. One of them is called the pool option, which you just haul your rice, say I want to put it in the pool. They market it for you during the entire year. So about every 2 to 3 months, they'll mail you a check.
Okay.
And they do all the marketing. They also have an option that if you want to sell it yourself, then you can call anytime you want to and say, hey, I want to sell my rice today. Or you can call them and set a price on it, and if it reaches that price, it sells. But that's their 2 main marketing options.
And what's the fundamental price they're looking at? Like, what's the day-to-day changes? Are just what they're seeing other people paying? How do they set that price?
It's a lot on what they call the world price. So things going on in India and Asia and Vietnam affect the rice price a lot more than, say, another crop.
Okay.
So they're having to watch things all over the world, and they're trying to sell rice from here all over the world.
Gotcha.
Really,
Okay.
I mean, we're really on the global scale, U.S. and rice, really a small player. You got China and India, probably the 2 largest rice growers in the world. A lot of Southeast Asian rice. So yeah, we're kind of a small player when it comes to it, but
There's only 6 states that rice is grown
in the U.S.
in the U.S.
Yeah.
And half of that comes from Arkansas.
Over half. Yep.
Yeah.
Over half. Oh,
Over
man,
half.
it's,
Come on,
it's grown over the course of a day.
Don't sell us short.
I'm not going to sell you short. No, I'm here to. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Todd asked a really good question about what is the most underrated way to eat rice.
Underrated.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or how should we be eating it?
Yeah, but-
And how should our listener eat rice?
yeah. Oh, well, you got to put it with some gumbo. I mean, that's
Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah.
some etouffee, gumbo. I mean, I just like it plain with butter, but that's just me.
That's what y'all
Okay.
like potatoes.
Okay.
Like you said, just put some butter.
Put some butter on it. Yeah.
So people eat it for breakfast, put milk on it.
Oh.
So,
Whatever you prefer.
okay, so
But
this
it's used in a lot in cooking in a lot of that. You can make casseroles with it. Green bean rice casserole, hamburger rice casserole. It can be used in that way.
So this might be we might get in trouble back home for this one, but it seems like in Indiana, farmers grow soybeans because of like economic or agronomic reasons, but they really want to grow corn, right? It's like corn is what they really want to do. So if
I will confirm that's true.
yeah, it was true for Chad at
Well,
least.
I think like it's like right, like it's the main event, right? The combine's more fun. Everything's more fun.
So if you didn't have to worry about the prices or costs, is you grow several commodities, what would you grow? Would you grow rice? Or do you?
No.
Okay. So what would you grow if you didn't have to worry about costs and price? It's just like
corn and beans would be like you guys go to the lake the rest of the year.
okay.
Now we will get in trouble.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Like he said earlier, rice is very labor intensive. It is also very hard on your equipment. It's a very, very abrasive crop to grow. I mean, we can take a brand new combine and wear it out in 3 years.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, I'm serious.
Yeah,
totally completely wore out in 3 years.
So look, that was one of the things I was interested in is like, what's the machinery bottleneck? Where do you get hung up in the rice production system?
I mean, probably combines because as far as planning and equipment like that, everything's the same. You know, we use an air drill, John Deere air drill. Same thing we plant soybeans with it too. So really not a hang up there. It's just the wear and tear on the combines is our toughest thing. Like you said, I mean, it's hard to spend. You got to make that decision. Are you going to spend $60,000-$70,000 every couple of years on the combine, or are you going to trade it in, or what's your? Everybody's got a different idea and plan on that in situations. So, and then do you need? We're kind of in the situation where, hey, if we get any bigger, we're going to have another combine, another grain cart, more trucks, more people. So, do we want to expand? Do we want to just try to stay where we're at, and try to be as efficient and as good as we can where we're at? Or, so it's tough decisions.
You like pulling levees?
No. in rice, you got to be in the field every day because you got a constant flood on it, and you got to check that water. The things happen to your levees. Muskrat cuts a hole in it, and that levee's dry. When you get there in the morning, you got to fix that, get water back in that levee. So it's nothing like growing corn or soybeans. I mean, we hear you guys plant corn and soybeans, then you go play softball all summer or something, and come back and harvest it.
No comment.
Yeah, he's right. You know, sometimes people, when we say you flood rice, it's not flood like a lot of people think. We're trying to hold like a 4-inch depth of water.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I mean, we're standing here today. It's probably 90 plus degrees and feels like about 80% humidity. That water doesn't let, 3, 4, 5 days, you're back pumping across it, trying to get it pumped back up. And we keep that flood. That is our weed control in rice. Once we get it sprayed and it gets established, that's our weed control. That flood keeps any other weeds from coming up. So we let the water go down, which we do. There's some new studies and things that we do, a process called alternate wetting and drying. So we'll flood it, let it get muddy, not completely dry, and then pump it back up. Yeah. So it's working, and that's all for water conservation. Just trying to do everything we do since our groundwater situation to conserve.
I was going to ask because you're not pumping 400 feet down,
Right.
so you're using all surface water. So where do you have a reservoir?
We do. So they're back to the west here. We've got, and we probably got total about 350, 400 acres worth of reservoirs.
Wow.
And they're not super deep. I mean, they're like the one back here, probably
Only 8 to 10 foot on one side.
But it was originally built, in the 40s and 50s?
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been there a long time. And there's a bow that runs right behind it. So during the winter, we fill it up. And then during the summer, we pump it down. So that was one of the things and he mentioned we've got our family's side farm about 7-8 miles west of here. Water table's 35 feet. Whoa, we're 400 here.
Wow.
So when we came out here and started farming, we had to almost totally reset our whole mindset because it was like an alien planet. I mean, it was totally different. The first year or two we farmed, we ran out of water. Because what happened, the soybeans suffered because rice was our cash crop, and we already had all our inputs in it. We had to finish it, right? So we made the decision, hey, we're going to pump water on the rice and keep it flooded. The beans are just going, we're just going to pray for rain. And there for a couple of years, we made some 25, 30 bushel beans. And so we had to totally change our mindset and become better conservationists, better farmers to manage this farm.
So Chad, as we mentioned earlier, used to farm before he became a professor, and he sort of misses it sometimes. And so we've been here the whole time. He's been talking about like, oh, I miss this about farming. But the one thing is he seems to be afraid of a lot of things you have here, like ticks and snakes and alligators and mosquitoes.
I will affirm all those
things. Do you
things.
have a good thing about nature that was scary to scare Chad? That's all. I just want Chad to be. I want
What
Chad
is
to
your
have a
most
scary
recent terrifying experience with one
like
of the
snakes
animals
or
that he has just
alligators
commented on?
or
I was going to say, which one you want to talk about?
yeah, just whichever one will scare Chad the most.
So when we were out putting in the rice field, you have a levee where you cut a hole in it and you put, it's basically like a little piece of tarp to let the water flow through. And then we put we call them rods. It's a piece of rebar with two legs on it. And that's how we set the level of the water in the field.
Okay.
Well, little critters like to live under those levee gates. And when you go out there to pull that gate back and stick that rod under, there's usually a cottonmouth or something like that under, and you had to fight it. And
Can you explain? Because like Aaron was saying, cottonmouths are they're not passive; they are aggressive.
Like they come after you.
They come after you. Yes. Yeah. So usually you don't ever stick your hand down and pull that gate back. Use your shovel. That's my for the day. Use the shovel first because he's sitting there waiting on you. Yeah.
I got like short man
so
disease or something.
we've also recently we had about a 12-foot gator in the reservoir. Yeah.
12-foot.
Oh man.
I got pictures of him.
Yeah, he's
being
pretty good size. Yeah.
During gator
So we have a gator season here, and they got a permit.
They get
And they
tagged.
got,
No way.
yeah, he was large.
12 feet
Yeah.
is a
That's huge.
that's
So,
hoss. I mean, that's like
people used to
you
come
hang
bring their
it, jump
dogs
from-
to train for duck season, and I told them, I said, hey guys, y'all might not want to do that.
Yeah.
Short of yeah.
Okay, so then Aaron and Colson have been saying that duck hunting's a thing. So can you use any of the fields you guys have to make money off of duck hunting?
Yeah, we've flown, I'd say probably 75+% of our rice acres back up and rent it all out. We have a local guy that guides and takes people hunting, and he rents it for the year. And so yeah, it's a big deal. That's a big money maker around here during the we don't even go out to eat Stuttgart during duck season because it's just
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Where is the place to go?
what do you want? Burger? You gotta go to Sports Kings, get a burger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's our plan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like outside of talking to farmers, our goal has been food oriented.
One new restaurant. Say new. It's what, 3 years old? Yeah. Open Season's the name of it.
Okay.
It's pretty new.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
A lot
Usually I
of
eat the
so a
Mexican
lot of
place,
hunting
and then-
themed restaurants
I know,
here.
I like it.
Open season, the sportsman. Yeah. I
Okay,
love it.
I have my last serious question is: so if I wanted to assimilate into the culture and walk onto your farm, and you think that guy's from the Delta, what do I need to change about my current outfit to fit in?
And or haircut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no black. Black's bad.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's hot. You gotta get some hip boots, man. Yeah,
Some what?
Some hip boots.
Hip boots.
You know what hip boots are?
No.
So if you're gonna walk a rice field, you gotta have hip boots.
so. I
That's
bought
part of it.
them some rubber boots
Yeah.
from Walmart. But yeah, hip boots, same thing. But
So basically, it's
They go all the
a
way.
knee boot, but then they
Okay,
pull
come
up
on,
here and hook to your belt, so then you got full coverage in case that cottonmouth gets after you.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking. That it was wildlife related. Okay.
Okay.
So that's it. I need hip boots and just a light colored
Get you a
shirt
light color shirt, and you got to get a wide
fishing
brimmed
shirt.
hat to
And a
walk-
shovel.
and a shovel.
and a shovel.
Your rice
Yeah,
farmer
shovels,
got to
yeah.
carry a shovel
Other
on the
bit.
shoulder. Yeah.
And is the the shovels for the gates plus the snakes.
Plus the fights. Yeah.
So how much is the? Okay, all right. Is it a 50-50?
So I can't comment whether or not farmers in Indiana are playing softball all summer or playing basketball.
Yeah.
Or water skiing. But I can
Yeah.
say with pretty strong confidence, not a lot of snake fighting happening.
No, we don't
Yeah.
fight snakes.
Yeah.
So yeah, competition from me for farmland. I can promise you, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Many are. Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer. Then they want it for duck hunting. But yeah, so.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you're finding value in this series, we had a lot of fun making it, but hopefully it's good for you. Make sure you subscribe to the Purdue Commercial Agcast so you don't miss out on what's coming next, including our regular ag agronomy barometer insights and future conversations like this one. We'll also sharing short videos on YouTube from each stop as we were spending time throughout the Delta, so be sure to check those out as well. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.